Madam, is the pressure okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
It feels like, you know, you're going in really deep. Is this deep tissue or just a relaxing?
Just relaxation, Swedish relaxation massage.
Swedish. There's so many names for there's a Thai, there's a Swedish. Was other really?
Lomi Lomi from Hawaii.
So do you judge it by how she's feeling,
No.
and then you give the right massage?
Yes, I would have to check the body mass index to know how deep I can go. So you probably might be thinking I'm doing
So that gets into the muscle as well, and you go right.
Well, this is relaxation, though.
It just has to do with pressure points.
Okay.
So that when usually it's the Thai that they do deep tissue.
Oh.
So they come in and give you pressure point massages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because of our weight and sizes, I know many Ghanaians will do with relaxation massage.
Yeah.
But for somebody like her who's always on her feet, right?
Yeah.
So you work on the back a lot more, wouldn't you?
Yes,
because she's always you're always sitting, right?
Or standing, or doing something strenuous.
Must be tough. And also in high heels too.
In
so
high heels,
working
exactly.
On the
it feels really good, I must say. I've been putting this off.
Why did you decide to do this then?
You know, I've been putting this off for a minute now, and I thought, today's actually a very good day. I'm having you guys coming over. We can have a nice conversation and just.
And I should be the one lying.
And then once I'm done, you probably will take turns.
Yeah, yes. I was wondering why you're the only one enjoying it.
Well, it's my session, and I wasn't going to miss this for anything.
No, don't worry. I love watching you like this. This is great. Don't you want to? It's like really cool. This is relaxed.
You know, a lot of us feel like when we work so hard, and that's all that we have to do. That's an achievement. Once you go to work 9 to 5, you come back home, and then we don't really take care of ourselves, especially women. Yeah.
I know too many women who don't take care of themselves.
We think about the salon and that's it. Get your hair done
and then do the right things like cook, clean.
Yeah.
When your husband gets home, what would you like to eat? I know there's a lot of guys sitting there going, yes, but what's wrong with that? There's everything wrong with it. How about you come home and then you go to the kitchen and make your wife something and the children? Yeah. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, Claudia, you must agree, really.
Your husband does that for you, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, my home is not, the typical traditional home anyway. Like, he doesn't have to make food for me. I don't have to make food for him. Right. Like, he'll go and feed himself. I don't expect him to make one for me.
But who makes the food?
Well, I have a chef at home, but I try and do
fancy.
Yeah, but I mean the thing with me is, well, it's a house up with a chef as well. But I do the cooking myself every Saturday. Like that's the thing I want to try. I try and do every Saturday. And then there's food in the kitchen, in the fridge. So
but isn't it lovely to sit with your husband to eat? It doesn't matter who cooks, but
we actually so nice if women would take time off and just do these things every now and then. We always feel like once the kids come in and the husband's responsibilities, we forget. Yeah. When was the last time we did something for you?
For me.
You know what I mean?
I do it all the time. Oh, yeah. I do it all. I spend a lot of time on myself. Yeah. And, with the children as well. Because I have 3 girls. Yeah. Some ways, taking them shopping, we go massage together.
So apart from doing those things with your kids, what do you do for yourself, as in you, Stephanie?
Oh, I have a lot of massages. I probably have massages twice a week.
Okay.
And I kickbox, which is great. I dance at home a lot. I'm always singing,
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, sing to myself at home with a mic in hand and doing the
bathroom and everything.
Yeah. Oh, everybody sounds amazing in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, right?
Yeah, so
we can all be Beyonce's in the bathroom,
right? Yeah, you are doing that. Yeah, I can see you doing.
Yeah.
If you want to put your hand on it.
I mean, I know you are very busy as well, Claudia. So, do you even ever find time?
God, I make time because you need to make the time. Because if not, like with my schedule and everything I do, if I don't make the time, I'll go crazy. So I do. I mean, I do massages as well, but not every week. I don't have that luxury to do it every week.
Do you exercise? Yeah, you do exercise a lot.
Yeah, but every day I'm in the gym. So that's my me time. I exercise 5-6 times in a week. Every day, 2 hours every day.
But can I say
that's
something?
My time,
Being in the gym 6 days a week, you know, your body tenses up, so you do need that massage.
That's why you have to do the massage.
Because in other words, your body just is
But the good thing is my personal trainer, every time he finishes, he stretches me and do the massage.
There you go, the happy ending.
So, the happy ending, there we go, that's
you know, I'm wearing my gym clothes, so
it's
touching my skin and my body.
It's still a happy ending.
Yeah, you can have a happy ending, whatever you could be wearing a nun's outfit and still have a happy ending.
Yeah. Sometimes actually it can be a bit too uncomfortable because like today I had like a really stiff like shoulder and he went like, wait, and he went like, and I was like, okay. He's like, no, I'm not done squeezing.
I think that would be so good. You know, once you come back from work and you're so tired and your husband is just doing it with breakfast in bed, and a lot of us just feel like it's duty, we have to do it. Oh, even if the men are doing it, oh, don't do it, I'm supposed to do it for you, not the other way around. Really?
No, every day since we've been married, my husband brings me breakfast.
Oh,
really
yes.
Yes, and that's lovely.
That is sweet.
I mean, sometimes I think he's trying to poison me, even when we fought and he brings the food, I'm reluctant to eat it, but you know.
He can never poison you. Who would want to poison someone like you?
Really?
No.
Have you heard me when I'm pissed off?
No.
It's not cool.
It's not cool.
I'm like the devil. And she has those eyes as well. I haven't finished, she's like that. Tell the truth, Claudia.
I'm upset?
Yes.
I'm upset.
You know?
Well, I don't usually get upset, but yes, yeah.
You're like a devil.
Yeah, I can be a bitch, yeah.
How does he cope when you're like that?
My husband?
Yeah.
He stays away. He's like, we're different actually because he doesn't like drama.
It's
he
like
doesn't
yin
like
and yang.
arguing. He doesn't like stuff like that. So once I start talking bloody, he would just go and sit down and he would just, you know, and then when I'm done, I'll say, well, not just to disturb you, but I just wanted to get my point across. And I'll just keep starting all over again. You know, he doesn't like to talk, you know, but I don't know. I think it's a men thing sometimes. They feel like women just talk too much.
Yes, but then, so after you've done that, what happens? I mean, do you sulk for a little while or do you sort of just, you know, do you try to make up there and then?
Yeah, that's the person I am. Like when there's a problem, I want to fix it now. I want to talk about it now.
And then once I'm done, I walk away and I'm done.
Yeah. Are you like that?
Yeah. We talk about it now. Don't bring it back in 2 days. In fact, don't bring it back in the next hour. We're done. When I'm done, I'll be like, okay, do you wanna have dinner? Claudia, when was the last time you read a book?
Oh God, no! God, I don't remember the last time I read.
You don't read? You have a magazine?
No, yeah. But like, I mean, like really in the book. It's
a book as a magazine.
Those magazines are different. I think I know what you mean.
Yes,
like
I know. I'm reading a book now, The Witch of Portobello, Paul Coelho. Amazing book.
I didn't know who wrote that.
Paul Coelho.
Oh, I didn't.
It's actually, it's not a bad book. It's a nice book. It's about a girl who had a split personality.
That's me. Okay.
That's me too.
Oh, really? You have like numerous. You're like schizophrenic.
I'm Gemini.
Hey,
you got like many.
But when do you find time to read though?
You know, sometimes before I go to bed at night, I read. And on the weekends, I would read. Okay. I always try to read something. If it's not a magazine, it's a novel. You know, I like that. I think because of what I do as well. I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I love reading romantic books.
Like Mills and Boons.
Yeah, Mills and Boons and Barbara. Is it Taylor Bradford? And I'm quite sad because I'm just such a romantic. And occasionally, I used to because I studied literature. Yeah. And you know, that was enough for me. But my husband sometimes reads, you know, books like Lord of the Rings and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I started reading Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I actually did. Yeah.
Oh, that's in a film, isn't it?
Before the series came out, I was like, oh yes.
Yeah, you know.
But it's not quite the same.
The films are never the same.
Well, it's the beginning. Really? You know, yeah. I think when was the last time you went to a concert as well?
Concert? In Ghana or
anywhere?
No,
UK, wherever.
I don't know. Maybe Sarkodie, I think. Yeah, recently, maybe like a month or maybe in Christmas.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was. I mean, yeah.
Don't lie.
But
was it fun?
No, it was fun. You know, Sarkodie is really good. I mean, this is the guy. I say this all the time. He's the only guy that with his back turned to the people and they're still screaming. So
Sarkodie.
They're just screaming for the hell of it, you know.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I think
I don't know Sarkodie. I don't think I've ever seen him perform.
I think my last real concert was Prince.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The last, you know, the one the most memorable.
Now that's an artist.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was in Las Vegas.
Oh,
it was so good.
Great.
It was a long time ago.
You don't have to be rude
to be my girl. Don't
have to be Prince.
I bake.
Oh,
Yes. I recently learned how to bake.
Okay.
So try that.
God, I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh,
it's okay.
Enjoy it. It's fine. You just go to your boobies.
So that's one.
Oh, then I love it.
Yes.
Oh, they give me 3.
Let me know what you think.
That's really good.
That's one check off my bucket list. So now I can bake.
It's got less sugar than I thought.
Right?
Yeah,
healthy.
So it's healthy.
Yes.
Well
Girl,
done.
you're ready to settle down.
Thank you.
I think she's ready to settle down.
I mean, I don't know what she means by that, but whatever it is, thank you, because I can bake. That's all.
You mean like find a husband or? I mean, you have a husband.
No.
You have boyfriends.
No.
Oh,
did you say boyfriends?
Friends.
Well, yeah, I had to put the S at the
I
end
have
of it.
male friends, yeah, but no.
Well, that's the same thing.
That's a posh
Boyfriends.
There's no one special at the moment.
version
No.
of putting
There's no what?
boyfriends.
No.
You don't have boyfriends or boyfriends?
I have male friends, but there's no one special at the moment. Can we leave it at that?
No, I want to know. Can you talk to me?
Okay. So no boyfriend, no.
No, but, oh, okay. Are you looking?
Am I looking? I don't think so.
Can I find you one?
If you want to, it's up to you.
I'll find one. He might be
Trust
white.
me, she
but,
has
It's
them
okay.
lined up.
Do you think so?
Oh, please.
That's what people think, you know,
Oh,
but it's really
please.
not.
Oh,
Trust
please.
me.
Oh,
Back
you have
to
them
the
lined up.
baking.
Yeah, you like. What do you think of my muffins?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Can I be comfortable? I'm
Be
sorry.
comfortable. Be comfortable. So let's go. This role model thing, I need to really get to the bottom of, because, we always try to. We have people that we look up to, where we try to emulate them, without really
knowing them.
You know what I mean? I know that someone like Oprah Winfrey, she sort of inspires me. Yeah. Like you, I also gather my inspiration from different people. Yeah. But I've always admired my mom, for her strength. Yeah. And through it all, because we've come a long way, my mom and I.
Really?
So through it all, I'm like, this woman is still like, she's a rock, and she's my rock, and that's what I want to be for somebody, for my daughter, and for my friends, basically, Yeah. And I think that sometimes we use the word role model loosely without even realizing the work we have to put in as people who look up to others.
My role model would be my mom too, because I mean, my mom was amazing. She died at 48 years old.
Oh dear.
Cancer, and I was just starting out. I had 3 children, and it was really hard. But then I could see her strength, and for that reason, I really just wanted to be her. I mean, my mother would walk in a room, and everybody would stop to watch her. She was just so stunning, and she commanded, attention. She didn't ask for it; she just commanded it, and that was so beautiful. And we all wanted to close an eye, and want to be like her. So, but when it comes to artistic side of things, I would say somebody like Anita Baker, and understated, beautiful, elegant, very expressive, and that's what I love. I love people who are expressive.
But you're far from being understated, sweetie.
Yeah, that's my personality. Listen, I used to wear wigs when I was 3. So, and high heels.
3.
So I was 3. I was wearing high heels, and I think I was born with high heels. Yeah. So I mean, I've always been that way, over the top. I mean, and I have a feeling you had to be that way before you started your magazine. You had to be really. No, Claudia, am I joking?
Claudia has it in her, but somehow she just knows how to control it, unlike some of us.
Don't control it. Why do women feel they need to control how they want to be? I mean,
but I don't.
Okay, good. She said it. I didn't say it.
Well, yeah, what you see with me is what you get, really. Like, I'm not like over the top, like, hey, I'm here, see me.
You're not loud.
But but Claudia's Claudia, when I'm having fun, I'm having fun.
I was about to say, Claudia.
Who's Claudia?
The thing is, okay, first of all, I'm a Gemini, so I have two.
I don't know what that means.
I have 2 personalities, Geminis, yeah? Okay, well, you are one, aren't you?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, okay, you are Virgo, okay.
No
So,
wonder.
So I'm one of these people that will be in the queue that all, sitting in, and then 1 second I'm like, get on, like move, so I can really switch easily. I can, So sometimes, and I'm in corporate as well, like I'm in entertainment, but I do the business side of, entertainment. So in terms of that, that's why I get you saying like I control it, because I'm all the time in front of,
you're more like the suit and not the talent. So you need to be the suit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all the time in front of like, executives.
Have you seen her breasts?
Like that.
I mean, it's like, you're sexy with it, and that's really, So she's both.
She's both suit
She's
and
a
talent?
suit and talent. I mean, obviously you have to be, don't you?
Yeah.
To be able to do
Total
what you do with a
package,
magazine. Yeah, it's a total package.
Yeah. What is your star sign?
I'm a Leo, hence the fact that I said what I said.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, Leos and Virgos like,
Yeah. Oh, we're not, are we?
No, we are.
Are we really?
Yeah, you are.
I'm
even sitting here, your eyes, it's like almost, you know, like.
Looking through you?
Yes, almost like you already got me before I even sat down.
Yeah, that's what Virgos
yes,
do.
yeah.
You get people before they
Yeah.
Right? So what is he like?
Well, yeah. I mean, my husband, he's very reserved, but how should I even, you know, put it? We're very different, you know, like he notices everything. He's very observant. Yeah. He will notice everything around him. I will just walk in and I'll leave without even noticing like who was standing next to me. But he will really know everything. He can even tell you the shoe, like, you know, he's very detailed.
So he will notice without you noticing that he's noticing.
Yes, because you will never see that.
That's what gay people are like, though.
Gay?
Yeah, they notice everything. Gay men are new to stuff. They're like, there. You better ask him some questions, girl. Because
he's just a male Virgo. Okay?
He's a male Virgo. He's present. He's present.
Does he turn you over in the bedroom?
Turn me on. I think I'm quite small to handle as well, considering he's like 6'5" and big. So I'm easy to handle.
Yes, he's a really little guy.
Yeah, I'm easy to toss around.
Yeah, so he tosses you around.
Yeah, and allow myself to be tossed around. Hey.
You don't do it gracefully with your leg
over.
Oh,
baby, have it your way.
You just sort of tall and then stuff.
Have me already.
Surrender. What can I do?
Wow. No, that is a male Virgo though. Virgos are very, you know, when I go to a restaurant with my girlfriends, I like to sit where I can see people walking in. I don't like my back turned. And I will notice everybody coming in without them noticing I'm noticing them. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But I will look up, I can see. But I know. I know who walked in, I know the color of a shirt. Kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know. I think it's because of what you do as well. You have to be very aware of
But then sometimes when there's a lot of people and I'm in a crowd, I may not notice everybody because I'm too busy. The thing is, we're quite intense. So when I see somebody I know, I'm like all into the person and I will not notice you. And it's not because I'm being rude or anything. It's just...
No, it's because you've been rude.
No.
Also because you probably don't like them. You've looked through me so many times when you've seen me, and it's like, I walk in the room and it's like, oh, hi, it's Evan. And you walk away and thinking, I mean, really? I mean, you've done that to me a couple of times.
How many times? Remind me.
And because I'm a Leo and we're like sleeping, you know, lions, I'm like, cool, fine.
Sleeping lion.
I'll get you one day. It's fine. But no, you do that, and I understand why you do it. So I forgive you sometimes, and I'll bitch you behind your back. But I do that. That's why I don't like women groups, because they're all so. They will listen, like they really want to hear what you have to say, and as soon as your back is turned, it's like they'll tell your whole business to everybody.
And then they'll judge you. How can she
even
go? She's sitting there.
She just said this.
What do you think she is?
No.
Why do we do that though, women? Well, why do they do that?
What do you think about women groups though, Claudia?
Well, you know what? I'm a woman on the outside, but mentally I'm a man, straight up. Like, you know, things that excite women doesn't really excite me that much.
That's why your husband loves you so much.
Maybe, yeah. I know, right? You're very silly. I get where you're going with this.
She just won't stop.
But, you know, I find it quite soft. You know, sometimes like you're in this group and then they just send like cooking like ingredients. Oh, they send this, they send that.
And I tried this recipe. And
it's also like marriage advice. Like, how do you, come on, please. Like,
everybody's different.
Everybody like trying to be a pastor, trying to be like holier than thou, trying to send
quotations, sending all these Instagram quotes.
I never read them. It's just
the Lord loves me.
Yeah.
It's He's able.
Too much.
It's
because read a book.
I think, you know, in the Catholic world, they do tell you that after you've done whatever it is you did the night before, you can go to church and pray and
confess your sins.
Yeah, and God forgives you. And I think that's our motto, not ours, not mine, but most people, most women and most men in our beautiful society. You know, it's like, let's just go and pray about it and everything will be okay. And then the next day they do it again. you know, in my opinion, if I were God, after the third time, you're out. Strike. That's it.
Yeah, but that's why you're not God, sweetie.
Well, but I am in my head, though.
God of your life.
I am.
You know, that's the thing, though. No matter, you know, yeah, that's why you're not God. Thank God.
You just can't keep doing the same things over and over again and expect to be forgiven. It really. And I think the women groups need to support each other. They need to be of help. I mean, in Los Angeles, Akosia Buzia has a group of women that they come together, and I wouldn't name names, and really affluent, you know, amazing actresses and whatnot. You know, we're talking like people that you all know. Yeah. And they get together and they call themselves the prayer sisters, and they come together and they are actually supportive. Yeah. And they're together and they talk about everything, and they have a, you know, some kind of a, it's like a, I can't say a priest, but maybe he isn't, you know, some kind of counselor, and listens to everybody, and they all try to solve their problems. And when you leave that room, it's it. Yeah. Are you serious? You know, I will not talk about any of the women to another one, the other woman. If we did that, she'll be present. And that's what's beautiful. And I learned a lot from these women. Okay, so now speaking of that, I mean, don't you think it's very difficult to extend yourself as a woman in these parts? Because, you know, there's really not much to do. You're saying that in LA, that the women's group, it's a genuine women's group. Yes. So you can't talk about someone behind her back like we do here. Yes. Now, I think it's also because there's a lot of things to do over there as compared to here. What do you mean a lot of things to do? I mean, within the States, you can travel to Alaska. You can go skiing somewhere. You know what I mean? We don't even have that culture of going somewhere. Oh, there's Obuasi. Why can't we go to Obuasi? You know what I'm talking about. Having like a bucket list and checking. You know, somebody. I want to do bungee jumping. I want to do. I want to skydive. You know. But then even from the time I was a little girl, it's been put in my head that, Charlie, you can't do that. You probably plunge to death. But this is something I want to do. And over there, it's a lot easier because the culture sort of allows the child to just be themselves. Spread their wings and be themselves. And I mean that you can be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it. But over here we're limited, especially as women, because the ultimate is get married, have a child or have children, and that's your full-time job. I have a friend who came by and said, you know, her parents married her off because they didn't want her to be bringing tomorrow kwabna, tomorrow kwiku, tomorrow kwisi. They don't want that. So they actually found her husband, and she was miserable in that marriage for about 6 years. Yeah. So that's happening. So she did it to please her parents? Exactly. So it's more... So how do you even extend yourself in these parts as a woman, you know? No, I think, you see, because we conform. I understand conforming because I am one of the... I'm a terrible... I don't want to say I'm a terrible mother, but I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm very Ghanaian when how I bring up my children. So there's certain principles that I expect them to keep because some of them are really invaluable in this country. Yeah, of course. You know, I don't allow my children to go walking off in the middle of the night and come home at any time. Absolutely not. They go to school, they come back. You know, we have those values. But in the UK, not all of them, I'm not generalizing, but they are really a lot freer with their kids. You know, they can do whatever. I'm not that way. But then, you know, these kind of values are something that we know we can change because we allow our children to, they say, okay, you can't do this, you can't do this. It's only because they need the money. I think parents sometimes will sell their kids off because they want a better life, but that's what's not fair. Your child is not supposed to grow up. Well, I think it's selling off. I mean, why would you want them to marry just because you don't want them to bring, because you can't make... So you're doing it for you, you're living your life for your children. You can't do that. You have to allow them to make their own mistakes. And, you know, I mean, you have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old. Boys or girls? 2 boys and a girl. Oh my God, you're in trouble. But then, so the girl, how would you expect her to be? You know what? I want Aram, and she's already like that. You know, she's in the family already. We're calling her, like, everybody's calling her the, you know, the legal advisor. Like, you know, she steps in every time. Like, when the boys are, things that the boys are arguing about, she'll step in and say, is that why you're doing this? Is that why you're saying, like, she has her own opinion. That's nice. And, you know, I want her to be like that. You know, I want them to grow, and genuinely, I want them to be my friends. You know, even now they're kids, I really talk to them like
like they're adults. They can ask me anything and I give, you know. So I want her to be raised, you know, with our values because, you know, that's one of the good things, the reason why I wanted to have my kids and be in Ghana and raise the kids, because I'm scared sometimes with the foreign like culture exposure, like that some of us like were prone to when we lived outside. But luckily we had parents that were very grounded with us and things like that. So, you know, and we had that, you know, we're coming to Ghana and so you have that as compared to some of my friends who didn't have that, you know. So I still want her, I really want her to have that, but still know that she can go out there and achieve whatever she wants to do. Nobody can talk her down. She's pretty. She knows it. She knows she knows that kind of thing. You know, you don't need a man to tell you that you're good before you know you're good. You know, all of those things.
Self-esteem.
But you have a boy.
I have a daughter.
A daughter?
Who's my best friend.
She got big ass too?
No.
Oh.
She could be what?
How old is she?
She's preteen. She'll be 13. So
oh, she's a teenager.
Yes.
Oh, but then the trouble starts now. It's hard.
But, you know, like Claudia, I talk to her like my friend. I mean, obviously, I had my mom and a few people to look up to growing up, and you know, I'm sure that she has people that she also admires, you know, but she's my friend. I tell her things. I tell her as it is. I tell her my relationship not problems, but you know, when I'm having a bad day, she knows. She there was one time I was having a really bad day. She opened my door and I was actually crying, and then she came up to me and gave me a hug. Aww. She's like, "Here, mommy, let me." And then she started crying. I said, "Don't cry." She said, "Mommy, don't cry." Okay. I said, "I'm not gonna cry. It's fine, thanks." And I was like, "I'm so sorry you saw me like this." She said, "Mommy, it's okay."
No, but it's nice for them to see you like that, so they know.
You know, so she sat next to me. And she didn't. We both didn't say anything for like 20 minutes, and we're just sitting there. And then I said, "Okay, let's go and buy something to eat." And she's like,
"Let's go shopping." You
know, so she's my friend, you know, and it's very important that yes, like Claudia is saying, that you make your from jump. I've been speaking to her like she's the person I talk to about stuff.
That's so beautiful.
And obviously not stuff, but you know, I
tell my children stuff.
Yeah, but I make her feel like she can trust me with her issues, and so I trust her with mine. So when that happens, you open the forum and then she tells you what's going on. So there's a guy I like in school. So there's this guy who sent me a note. I'm like, oh, did he? Okay.